Imagine standing at the edge of a technological revolution where the devices we hold in our hands define not just our daily lives, but the global economy itself. Today, we're talking about a seismic shift in the world of smartphones, one that could reshape the industry as we know it. A massive portion of the world's population is middle class, and their buying power is growing, especially in places like India, where people are increasingly choosing iPhones for their privacy and simple, sleek operating systems. This trend isn't just limited to India, it's happening across Europe and America too. The middle class is driving a global surge in iPhone purchases, and it's no surprise why. Apple has long been a symbol of innovation and reliability. But a bombshell report from The Economist, one of the most trusted publications in the world, dropped this week, and it's got everyone talking. It draws a chilling parallel between Apple's current trajectory and the dramatic fall of a once unstoppable giant, Nokia. You might remember Nokia, the company that revolutionized mobile phones with its cutting-edge designs and operating systems. Nokia was everywhere, a household name that seemed untouchable. But when Android and iPhone's iOS burst onto the scene, Nokia tried to keep up with its own operating system, and it was a disaster. They eventually switched to Android, but by then it was too late. Nokia faded into obscurity, a cautionary tale of a tech titan that couldn't adapt. Now The Economist is raising a bold question. Could Apple, the most valuable company in the world, be heading toward a similar fate in just 2 years? This isn't just speculation. It's a warning rooted in hard data and trends that are impossible to ignore. Apple's valuation is staggering, sitting above $3 trillion, a figure that dwarfs the economies of entire nations. To put that into perspective, India's economy is projected to hit $4.2 trillion soon, yet here's a single US company worth nearly as much. Last year, when Apple announced it would integrate AI into the iPhone, specifically ChatGPT, its stock soared by $200 billion in a single day. That's a number so massive, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around. So, why is The Economist sounding the alarm about Apple's future? The report points to a series of cracks in Apple's seemingly unbreakable foundation. Let's start with their AI efforts. You've probably heard of ChatGPT, the AI technology that's taken the world by storm. Indians in particular are among its heaviest users globally. Apple tried to ride this wave by introducing Apple Intelligence through Siri, letting users activate a voice model with a simple, "Hey Siri." But here's the harsh truth. It's been a complete flop. As someone who's used the iPhone 16 Pro Max, I can tell you firsthand that Siri's AI capabilities don't hold a candle to competitors like Google's Gemini or other systems. It's not just a minor hiccup, it's a failure that's left users frustrated and unimpressed. Beyond that, The Economist highlights some troubling moves in the stock market. Apple's CEO Tim Cook has been accused of manipulating share values, with documented data showing wild fluctuations in stock prices. These financial maneuvers are raising red flags, suggesting Apple is artificially propping up its market value to mask deeper issues. Let's take a step back and think about what made Apple a legend in the first place. Steve Jobs didn't just build a company, he created a movement. He brought cutting-edge technology to the masses, making it accessible to the middle class around the world. That's where Apple is stumbling now. The Economist points to a new threat on the horizon: fully AI-driven phones developed by companies like ChatGPT, Amazon, and a small but innovative American startup. These phones don't rely on external systems. They're built from the ground up with AI at their core, integrating technologies like ChatGPT seamlessly. Some of this innovation is even coming out of China, and the stakes are high. ChatGPT's parent company, OpenAI, acquired this startup for a jaw-dropping $6.2 billion, signaling a major push to dominate the market. Meanwhile, Apple is struggling to keep up, and The Economist warns that these AI-powered phones could outpace iPhones in both technology and affordability. The problems don't stop there. Apple's share value, driven by Cook's financial strategies, is increasingly seen as inflated, built on hype rather than substance. The excitement that once surrounded every iPhone or Mac launch has fizzled out over the past 6 or 7 months. Young people who used to line up for days to get their hands on the latest Apple product are losing interest. The updates Apple has been rolling out feel lackluster, failing to spark the same enthusiasm. Compare that to Chinese companies, which are churning out products that in some ways, feel more advanced. Then there's the issue of pricing. A new AI-based phone developed through collaborations between American giants like Amazon and OpenAI could hit the market at a quarter of the cost of an iPhone. How? Apple's massive profit margins have been laid bare, revealing that the actual cost of producing an iPhone is far lower than what consumers pay. When people realize they're being overcharged, that trust erodes fast. The Economist's article ties all these threads together into a compelling case, and I urge you to read it for the full picture. It breaks down each issue with precision, from Apple's AI missteps to its financial sleight of hand. Tim Cook, once hailed as a steady hand, is struggling to keep pace with the rapid advancements in AI and other technologies. The global tech landscape is shifting, and Apple risks being left behind. We've seen this story before. When ChatGPT disrupted the AI world, Google scrambled to catch up with Gemini, but it couldn't match ChatGPT's polish. It's like comparing an elephant to a goat, as The Economist puts it. Apple is facing the same challenge, a failure to innovate at the speed of its competitors. If these trends continue, the iPhone could go the way of Nokia, a relic of a bygone era. So what's next? Will Apple adapt, or will it become another cautionary tale?